Hey people, AZ's Army here, back with the next part of my Final Fantasy VII playthrough series. Apologies if it was the last episode, we did kind of end it a bit abruptly, but I was running out of time to record, and I knew this bit, well basically a lot of the bits in the game up until now, I just haven't really remembered how long things take. So yeah, I haven't really mapped the episodes out on where I'm going to get to each episode, so we kind of cut it through halfway the cave in Cosmo Canyon. So we're going to crack on with that now, make our way over to Nibleheim. What I may have to do though is cut this episode a lot shorter. That way then we can at least try and get Nibleheim in one episode, because again that is a massive area. Especially if you want to do all the bits in the mansion as well, because what I may have to do is sort of cut this episode and do a bit more farming, because the whole bit with the safe in the mansion as well, because the boss there is basically you were supposed to come back to him later on, but you can take him on earlier, so we'll see how we go. Okay, so let's crack on. Saying that. Right, so this one just goes round in a circle. Look how these caves are trolling me now straight away. Nice. Cover up. Okay, so these are the strong enemies in this area. So you have the boss and you have these guys, and these guys can be pretty... well, they're not tank... well, they are tanky. I mean, the main thing about them is the amount of damage that they can do to you. Do they have anything to steal? I think they do, but I don't think it's anything great. Yeah, basically, you want to be careful with your health in this fight, because they've got the one attack, and that one attack can kind of ruin you. Yeah. And speaking of the attack, I think if we hadn't healed them, Red 13 would probably be dead right now. Oh god. Oh right, okay, I get it now. So that attack is actually a percentage attack, so it'll do a certain damage depending on amount of damage depending on how your health is. So I wouldn't have died. I would have just been in low health. But then obviously you got the risk then that they could do just a normal attack and that could finish you off. So better safe than sorry. Right, so that's the main one out of the way. So this is the one that clears the way to the boss. Let's take these guys out. Good thing is we've got ice on and it will just get it in one hit. I mean, really I should focus on Barrett here, because he's the one that's going to be staying in our party, but I mean at some point... how the hell do you get to that chest then? Yeah, at some point in the game, like I was saying much earlier on, to be able to equip your level 4 limit break and ultimately to get the trophy, you need to have got all of your other 6 limit breaks. So either way, if we level up Red 13's limit break here a little bit. Ah, there we go. That's a bit fiddly. Yeah, it's not going to hurt you ultimately, because at some point you're going to have to grind it out, and you can either go back to Junin to do that, so you don't have to worry about like you can just do it really quickly, because the enemies you'll just be able to one-shot everything straight away, or there's in my opinion, the best farming spot in terms of ease of access the amount of AP and experience and money and things you get. I'll show you that much later in the game. I know there is one a lot better, and that's in the crater at the end of the game, but it's just a bit of a pain really to get down to. Right, okay, alright, there's a path. Alright, so there is 3. See, I knew there was 3 spider webs. Oh, I'm losing my brain with this. Right, this one's just a dead end. Right, how are we health-wise? Put a cloud in there at the early doors for a death blow, then help us out. Ooh, you whiffed it. Right, what we'll do is we will keep Cloud's limit break for now. Because his limit break is the most OP one, so we can use that to quickly finish off the boss. Don't die, Red 13. Nice. The healing and MP, I mean the MP is nice, but the healing that you get off that move compared to his compared to other moves you get healing from is pretty poor, to be fair. So that's 24, that's 5, so you're better off healing this 3 times than healing with Cure 2 once. Oh god, he's fully frozen. So, this is what we're over here for. Oh, it's just a bloody X potion as well. Right, come on. Hoping that would one-shot them, to be honest, but it's fine, I'll finish him off now. Nice, and we got Barrett's limit break as well. Right. Okay. Have Cloud heal us up. See, now Barrett's limit break would be quite useful for the boss as well because it hits everybody. What should I do? What is this guy weak against? Is he weak against ice as well? It's a shame I haven't got what's the water enemy skill, because that one is really OP. Let's try and finish him off here. Nice. God. This guy's a so annoying. It's at the state of my health. The thing is as well, like you really drain your this area really drains your MP and your health and everything, but there's no like real recourse to go back. It's like once you're in here, you're in here. Okay, and what's this? Just a turbo ether. Great. Alright, here we go. Okay, so we're getting the final bits now of Red 13 story coming up. Right. So if we just want to kind of get rid of these two at the front before I use Meteor Rain if I can, just so Cloud's Limit Bridge is kind of focused on the boss if possible. The only thing is now I've stacked that up, and obviously the limit breaks always take priority. Also, god damn it! I should have waited before I used Cloud's limit break. That was the problem. Okay, so Cloud's getting burned from the inside now. But as I said, we should hopefully make light work of this guy. It would have been a lot more, or a lot lighter work rather, if we had held up on our Meteor Rain, because all those meteors would have hit the boss and probably would have finished him off in one hit. But I don't think he's too tanky anyway. Should have really got Cloud to heal everybody then. We'll crack out Shiva, I think. And we'll get Cloud to use Cure 2 as well, just in case. But I'm hoping this should be pretty much the end coming up now. Okay. I mean, as I said throughout this, my memory has been pretty poor, so I haven't got a good gauge on what this boss's health level is at. Oh, there we go. So he was near or nearabouts, just needed a tad more. Nice. So we get a new staff for Iris. I think that's gravity materia. And then we should get another weapon as well, I think. Yeah, just a I don't think you actually need to heal here. I think you'll get healed automatically before you leave, but just in case. Yeah, I think you get another weapon for Red 13 now as well. it's a pretty epic backstory to have about your father. He died protecting the whole canyon, fended all the enemies off, but just got caught out to petrification arrows. Still protects the valley to this day. Yeah, I mean, everyone in this game has a pretty cool backstory, to be fair. Go back at the campfire. See, I definitely would have run out of time last night if I had continued recording this. Either that, I would have just had to like skip all the items and all the extra fights. And it's not something I like doing. Okay, so we can now revert back to the party that I normally have at this point. Because basically after this point now there's not really any major impact in terms of the whole dating thing. As I mentioned before, we need to change her equipment first, otherwise she's not going to be able to equip anything. And then we're going to exchange super and oh crap. Right, we will exchange her interior with Red 13. So that's it's just poison. That's poison and dark. Order from spirit. Okay, I think we're alright. Item. Oh, crap. He just quit out then without saving. Yeah, we're alright item wise and everything else. There we go. So, he's back. Yeah, we may have to remove the cover on from here for the time being. Maybe stick on added effect. Just because when we do finally get to Nibleheim, we'll leave it on for now, but when we get to Nibleheim, I do not want to hit Tifa to be taking all the damage when we do finally encounter that boss. So first of all, let's save it, because I wasn't even able to save it at all since the mid last episode. Yeah, we've got a decent amount of money again now as well. Okay, so the buggy is all magically fixed up. I think the farming wise, if I do need to do a bit of farming here, then I think the mansion is probably the best place to do it if I can't get past the boss. Just let me, I've got a bit of a suspicion here. I've been saying that I don't think we can steal anything else decent after this point, but I can't remember if these wolves randomly drop something. So, I mean, people are probably finishing off now anyway. No? Really? Okay. Okay, oh right. So there is something that you steal from these guys, but it's not really useful. To be fair. Well, not right now. I think I may need that later in the game when it comes to doing the whole farming up of my chocobos. God, this guy is constantly summoning people up. Well, at least they didn't come back this time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I may or may not. I might just be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure that you need that. Okay, I mean, it's taken us about 20-25 minutes to get to this point, so what I'm going to do is I will go in and start Nibleheim. Maybe just do a bit in the mansion. Yeah, seriously, what the fudge, why is this place not burned down? Okay. So, I don't know if we can get it now as well, because Tifa's final limit break is here as well. Let's try that first before we mess around with anything else. Right, no, Tifa's house is the next one over. What we'll do is, yeah, we'll quickly get some minor stuff out of the way, which will be annoying anyway to have in a the Nibleheim episode. So we'll we'll talk to these guys, because I think you've got a chance that they randomly, well, not randomly, I think if you speak to them they give you items. Right. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, which is useful because it's source material. What am I on about? I've gone on a random rant now. Yeah, no. Source items, so it's all good. Powering our characters up. Right. So yeah, this is weird as well. The fact that they're in Tifa's house, and they've all got numbers as well, which, you know, we'll find out later on in the game what the numbers are to do with. Okay. Platinum Fist. I think this weapon is not that great, but it has loads of slots. Ooh, no, so it has 4 slots, but they're all double slots. But you do take a dip and attack. So that's a pretty good weapon, that is, for farming later on, the Platinum Fist. So you get 4 whole slots to get double material on. Is there anything that we are in dire need of leveling up at the moment, though? I think. Let me. What I'll do is I'll give steel to Tifa. And what else should I give to Barrett? So I could have. Yeah, the problem is with added effect, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because if you come up against the wrong enemy, then you'll start doing no damage, and I can't really remember what enemies are kind of weak against what, which is not helpful. Has anybody else got any materia that I would be interested in at the moment? Throw. Let's put that over there. Seal. Can I just do it like this? Can I just... No, I can't put his whole inventory into this, which is annoying. I think actually I could do a removal, couldn't I? Okay, so what have I got unequipped? Demi. Ugh, I'm not really a fan of Demi. Confused Berserk. Sleep. Asuna and resist decent later on. But I just don't know whether I want to. Coin as well, it's pretty overpowered when you've got, you know, that much money. You can just literally just do max damage constantly. I think I'll go with Titan for now. Just because I remember that it's effective against the boss in the mansion. Right. Okay. So. Okay. So I'll read it out as I'm doing it, because obviously it won't show you on the screen. So, I mean, you can do this as slow as you want as well. But it sounds nicer if you do it quickly. So X squared triangle, L1 triangle, L1 square, x squared triangle, L1x, circle x squared x. Okay. Yeah, so you can't get a limit break now anyway. I think you have to be, it has to be on disc 2 or disc 3. But that's basically how you do it. So the L1 triangle, squares and X, you have to be pressing them at the same time. But yeah, so Cloud just says, oh, I remember that melody. You're not my mother. Okay, she's just gonna just deny that the whole Sephiroth event even happened. So we've got the inn here. I will quickly make sure I'm all maxed up. Right, are there any Black Cloak guys up here? I said I want to get all the fiddly bits out of the way, and then we can have a proper episode on Nibleheim, or at least Mount Nibleheim. What do you sell? Potions, high potions, thanks. Okay. Right, there is a random Black Cloak guy over here. And we get an elixir, nice. Okay. The Mind Plus, I think that is either a materia or something for Red 13 maybe? Okay. Right, Mine Plus. I really don't remember that item. Obviously we've got a Mine Source. Oh, I didn't mean to give that to Tifa. Okay, I mean maybe it was a Mine Source and it was mislabeled. I'm pretty sure I read Mine Plus there though. Okay. Okay, so this is just basically telling you the code for the safe. And it tells you the location you go to, and there's also an invisible one as well. And that gives you the last code, but we don't really need that at the moment, so let's quickly run down. There's a little bit of dialogue we can do. Right, great. Tifa's silenced now. Embarrassed, confused. Okay, I guess Cloud's attacking then. Okay, that didn't work out too bad in the end. Yeah, this place is very dangerous. Your team can literally just get wiped out. This is a weapon for Barrett, I want to say. So is this one the one I was thinking of? It's got loads of slots. Yeah. So you can basically get, you can go up 1 slot for the cost of 4 attack. But at the moment, there's nothing really that I'm mega keen on getting, or equipping at least, material-wise. Magic source. Right. Great. Okay, Cursed Teeth straight away. Oh, now the Cursed Barrett. Hooray! So we just basically lost that one on turn there. There we go. Right, so let's go this way first. And there should be a little mini cutscene you can get. I'm sure on some players I've actually missed this. But it's definitely worth doing, coming down here. Obviously you need to come down here to get to Vincent, but if you come into the library as well, then we get this bit with Cloud and Sephiroth with the whole reunion with Genova, and also we should get an extra bit of materia here as well. Okay, and he actually tells you where to go. Gut punch from a bit of materia. So it's a very short bit. Yeah, destructs. I think that materia has quite a big penalty to equip in it, which I don't think I've talked about before. But basically, the stronger the materia, the more effect it has. So it makes your magic a lot better, but then it will reduce your strength, vitality, HP. So you know, it's a pretty hefty thing to get on. But then you can get rid of barriers, buffs, and cause death. Which, I mean, there's not that many enemies susceptible to death as far as I'm aware, so we don't want the penalties at the moment. So let's get Vincent, and then we should be able to get Vincent. Why can't I get Vincent? Okay. It's just going to be one of those annoying things from me using a... Alright, this guy is pretty OP. I think one side is vulnerable to magic and one side is vulnerable to physical. So let's get... I need to get someone to attack one side and someone to attack the other side. Okay, so we know which side is vulnerable now at least. I just can't remember, do you have to kill the one side then finish off the other? Yeah, you do have to kill one side and kill the other. Great. Right, I think my memory is sort of going back to me here, so I think what you actually have to do is you have to defeat the boss, and then the boss gives you the key. So that is why we can't get in there. See, it's stored in my brain somewhere. It's just a matter of bringing it to the front where I can actually use the information. Nice, we got a hammer blow. Not the greatest limit break. Most of the limit breaks that blow enemies out of battle aren't that great in my opinion, but you know, if you've got it on, there's an enemy you're trying to get past quickly. Yeah, so what we're going to do is A, I don't want to fight this boss without saving the game, and B, what I think I'll do is I'll try and just so I'm going to have to come out of Nibleheim completely. I'm sure this guy's got something to steal. No, he hasn't got something to steal. Okay. It's pretty strong though. God, I mean, is the whole fight just gonna be me watching him fall down? Right, we are definitely keeping Cloud's limit break because we're gonna want to use that on the boss. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run out, save, and I think we may wrap the episode up and then just do one big run through, so do that boss, get Vincent, then get up Mount Nibleheim. See, now this is a fight that Hammer Blow would be useful for. I think it only hits one person though, which is the only reason it's not that great compared to Cloud's finishing touch, which we don't have yet. God, this is so annoying, this fight. I mean, they can't really damage you, it's just irritating that you can't finish them off quickly. And they've got a chance of confusing you, and then you... Nice! Okay. Okay. Oh well, never mind about Hammer Blow. We can go straight to Satellite Beam. Well, that's great. So we can kind of focus now on Tifa at least, getting her limit breaks up. Because I mean, once we got Satellite Beam, that means we can need to get Ungamax, and Ungamax is one of those. It's not the fourth and final limit break, but it is very OP. And apparently there's I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called overclocking or something like that, where you kind of mess up your damage rates, and your damage just goes, you know, ridiculously sky high. So you can use that overclocking along with Ungamax, and it just obliterates everything. So that's why that limit break is pretty OP. So as I said, I'm gonna save by here, and then I'm gonna wrap up the episode. And next episode we'll fight the boss in the safe, which I think is missing number, if my memory is serving me. Then we'll blast our way up Nibleheim Mountain, see how far we get there. We may have to kind of save midway depending on how long that takes us. Anyway, so thanks for watching this episode. We managed to finish off Cosmo Canyon and do some of the annoying bits of Nibleheim. So we'll be ready to crack on with it with a couple of bosses in the next episode. Alright, thanks, bye!